I feel really blessed to have been able to grow up in Oneida. It was a great place to grow up. It gave one a wonderful perspective about America and life and race relations and people. And so for me, it was an opportunity to say thank you and to try and make a contribution to the community that had given so much to me. I've been serving now, I lose track now, whether it's 5 terms or 6 terms, but I did it in 2 different stints because I also went to Albany to work for a while. And as I'm sure you're all aware, with the passing of our Mayor Don Hudson, I was called upon to step up and be acting mayor, which has been stimulating, challenging, but continues to be a labor of love. I'm going to be rather informal, and just give you some ideas about what I think some of the opportunities and challenges are that we face in our community. And then I'll take some questions from you that I hopefully will be able to answer. I'll start with speaking to my optimism. I've never been more optimistic than I am right now about the future of the city of Oneida. We are in a good financial state. That's not to say that we don't have our challenges, but let me put it in this perspective. A recent organization looked at 56 cities in the state of New York, and of those 56 cities, 49 were considered to be in financial crisis. There are only 7 of the 56 that were not considered to be in financial crisis. Oneida was one of those 7. On the occasion of the State of the City address, wanted to speak to the issue of taxes. We are not, well, I don't think anyone would look at Oneida and say we're an affluent community. We're a community of good and caring people, but we have a lot of people who are blue-collar people, people who are hardworking people. We have a lot of people like yourselves who are seniors who are on fixed incomes. And so the expenses associated with living here are important. Taxes is important. So I took the time to look at 16 communities, all of them upstate, all of them under $20,000, under 20,000 people in population, to kind of get an evaluation of where Oneida stands in terms of those other communities out there with our tax rate. And what I found was that we were the 4th lowest tax rate of all of those communities. Oneida being 7.64 per thousand. The average was over $9. The highest was Cortland, sorry Cortland, which was well over $14, which I thought was really high. That having been said, please understand that it's my passion and my administration's focus to be as fiscally conservative as we possibly can, recognizing that there are many of us out there in the community who are struggling and who have limited means. I'm sure you have noticed that we have put forward this past year a tax increase. Let me speak to why we did that. For many years in the community there were none, and what we had been doing in the city of Oneida was at the end of each year when we would begin each budget session, there was a significant hole in our revenues. Basically, I mean, to put it very basically, at any given year we would have over $1 million hole. In other words, our revenues and our expenses weren't even close. And what we have been doing over the years is taking that money from our savings accounts. It was projected a number of years ago that if we continued to do that with no change in how we were moving forward, there would only be 3 or 4 years before the savings account would be gone